Hey guys, it's Kira and welcome back to the Yoga Corner. Today I'm going to be guiding you through a stretchy and energizing class that is perfect for first thing in the morning when you really need an energy boost. So let's get started. We're going to be starting our class today on our hands and knees. So get there however you want to get there, take your time, and once you do, just make sure that your hands are just underneath the shoulders and your knees are underneath the hips. And then whenever you're ready, we'll get started by jumping straight into our cat and cows. So with your next inhale, I want you to drop your belly, lowering it to the ground and lifting the chest forwards to open up the front of the body. Move really slowly for this first movement. As you exhale, allow yourself to reverse that movement, rounding through the spine this time and tucking the chin into the chest. Inhale to drop the belly, open that chest up forwards. Exhale to round the spine, chin to chest, doming the back of the body. Take that a couple more times at your own pace. Just making these movements as big or as small as your body feels like it needs this morning, and just gently allowing yourself to wake up through the front and the back of the spine. Really nice, guys. Take one more full cycle of breath. And then whenever you're ready, make your way back to a neutral spine. Planting the hands firmly on the ground, spreading the fingertips. We're going to tuck the toes, and with as much control as you can, I want you to really think about peeling your hips to the sky for your first downward dog. So we're not just going to lift those hips straight up, we're going to lift the knees away from the ground. Allow the thighs to curl in towards the stomach, push through the hands, and gently lift yourself up into that first downward dog. Once you get there, take any movements that your body feels like it needs today. You might pedal the weight out from one foot to the other. You might sway the hips from side to side. Or you might lift up onto the toes and then sink the heels to create some space through the backs of those legs. Any movement that your body feels like it wants to take today throughout our class, please feel free to take it. This is your practice, so take whatever you want from it. And then gently just allow yourself to slow down and find stillness. Thinking about creating space for the spine here this morning. So think about pushing your chest back towards your thighs, actively guiding the weight back towards the legs, and then thinking about really reaching through the hips to create length through the backs of the legs as well. Take one more full deep breath in. And exhale completely. And with your next inhale, look forward to the hands and gently tiptoe the feet up, walking them up to meet the hands at the front of the mat in your first forward fold. You might like to take a bend in the knees for this first forward fold, and then I invite you to take hold of opposite elbows, gently rocking the body out from left to right, just creating some space for the backs of those legs as you take this movement. Really nice, guys. Take one more breath there for movement, and whenever you're ready, slow it down. Return back to center and release the fingertips down towards the ground. With an inhale, lift up halfway. Lengthen through the spine as you bring the hands to the shins and bring your gaze forwards. Exhale to soften the chest down, forward fold. And then root through the feet and inhale to sweep your hands to the sky. Lengthen all the way up above the head. And exhale, bring those hands together at the heart. Really nice, guys. We're going to take a nice side bend here. So we're going to set up by stepping our right foot behind the left. So you want to think about crossing over your ankles. Just gently stepping that right foot behind the left. Once you've got the feet steady on the ground, inhale to sweep the hands up above the head, and then take hold of the right wrist with the left hand. Before you do anything else, really root down through both feet, and then inhale to reach up through that right hand like you've just woken up and you're taking a big old stretch. And then with your exhale, allow the hips to bump over to the right as the arms reach over to the left. So you're making a nice arc through the spine as you create this nice crescent moon shape. Using the feet to anchor you here, take a deep breath. As you exhale, we're going to do a little circle as we fold the body forward to the left and then down, round past the feet. Use the feet to steady you and inhale, bringing the arms up the right side, reaching them back up overhead. Really good. Once you get back up overhead, allow the fingertips to rain down by the sides of the body. Uncross those legs over. Take a little wiggle, and then we'll take that on the other side. So this time your left foot is going to be stepping behind the right, crossing those ankles over. Use the feet to give you some stability, and then reach the arms up and overhead. Think about lengthening through the body, all the way from the feet to the fingertips. And then this time you're taking hold of the left wrist with the right hand. Before you do anything else, really allow yourself to root down through the legs and then reach up, thinking about stretching all the way through the left side of the body. Take a deep breath in and then allow the hips to bump over slightly to the left and the arms to reach over to the right. So you're making that a really nice long arc through the body. Keep both feet firmly planted on the ground, thinking about lengthening all the way down the left side of the body. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, we're going to take that little circle fold. So you're going to allow the arms to travel down as you bend from the hips, bringing the arms down the right side. Sweeping through center, keeping hold of that left wrist, and then rooting through the feet as you inhale to sweep the arms up to the sky. Exhaling to rain those fingers back down and untuck those feet. Really good. Give yourself that wiggle again, and we'll inhale to sweep the hands back up to the sky. As you exhale, bring the palms together at the heart. Take that one more time. Inhale, really think about lengthening the body. Push the palms together as they meet up and overhead. And exhale to hinge from the hips, folding forwards. With an inhale, you lift up halfway, hands to shins. And exhale, you soften the chest down, forward fold. Planting the hands, you step the feet back to find your plank pose. Allow the crown of the head to reach forward and the heels to reach back. So you're making a really nice long line through the body. Deep breath in here. And as you exhale, lower the knees down to the ground, release the toes, and then bend through the elbows as you lower the chest and chin all the way down to the ground. Push the weight through the hands and roll the chest back, lifting into your first cobra. Think about squeezing the elbows in towards the rib cage and lengthening through the spine. You might find it helpful to squeeze the glutes to give yourself a little bit more lift here. As you exhale, soften the chest back down to the ground. And then tuck the toes and push through the hands as you lift the hips back up to the sky, downward facing dog. Really nice, guys. Take a full deep breath in. Allow yourself to remind the body to guide the chest back towards the thighs. And allow your attention just to settle on the breath. Taking a full deep breath in. And a full exhale out. With your next inhale, we're traveling to the front of the mat. You can look forward to the hands and either tiptoe, take 2 big steps, or bend through the knees and jump forwards. We find our forward fold at the front of the mat. With an inhale, we lift up halfway, hands to shins. And as we exhale, we soften down and fold it forwards. Root through the feet and inhale to sweep the hands to the sky, lifting nice and tall. Exhale, bring those hands together at the heart, really nice. Pushing the palms together, I want you to think about rooting down through the left leg as you inhale and bring the right knee in front of the chest. Create a sense of lengthening through the body here as you create space all the way from the base of that left foot to the crown of the head. Take a full deep breath in here. And as you exhale, we're going to find our warrior 3. So you want to allow your chest to move forwards and your right leg to kick back behind you. Activate the right leg and find a point on the ground that isn't moving to give you some focus. Finding stability here and pausing for one more full deep breath. Exhaling to bend into your left leg, and with as much control as you can, step your right toes back behind you. We're finding our first lunge pose here. So you've got a nice bend in your left leg and your back leg is straight and strong behind you. With an inhale, we sweep the hands to the sky, lifting nice and tall. Think about allowing the chest to open up to the sky. Take a deep breath in here. As you exhale, open the arms up, find a cactus shape. Use those shoulder blades to find space to open that chest up, allowing yourself to wake up the front of the body. Inhale, reach the hands back to the sky. And with your next exhale, we're finding our warrior two. So your front leg is going to stay exactly as it is, and your back leg is going to spin parallel with the short edge of the mat. Once that back leg is flat on the ground, you open the arms out to a T and gaze over the middle finger of your left hand. Thinking about squeezing the glutes to open the hips up. Taking a full deep breath in and a full exhale out. With your next deep breath in, you're going to reverse your warrior. So your left hand is going to flip to the sky and your right hand is going to reach up and down the back leg as you open the chest up. Thinking about creating space through the body here. Take a full deep breath in. Exhale, open it back up, warrior two. You're going to bring your right hand to the right hip, and you might like to bring your back foot slightly closer in towards the front foot. We're finding a balance pose here called our half moon. So whenever you're ready, you're going to bring the left hand down to the ground in front of the left foot. Think about using the hand and the foot to stabilize you as you shift the weight forwards and take off with your back foot. You want to flex the toes of that back foot and think about stacking the hips on top of each other. And then whenever you're ready, if you feel stable enough, your top arm can lift away from that top hip. And you can think about stacking the arms, opening the chest up. Your final option is that you might be able to hover the bottom fingers away from the ground. Stay wherever you are, working on stability and appreciating that your body might not be feeling this balance this morning. For one more breath. And then gently soften the top hand back down to that top hip if it was lifted. And we'll all bend back into the left leg and with control, step those right toes back behind us. We open the arms out back to our warrior two, taking a full deep breath. And as we exhale, we windmill the hands round to frame the front foot, twisting those back toes so both feet are pointing back towards the front of the mat. And with our next inhale, we step forwards, right foot steps up to meet the left forward fold. With an inhale, we lift up halfway, hands to shins. And as we exhale, we soften the chest down, plant the hands. We're going to step it straight back to find our downward facing dog. So step the feet back behind you, lift the hips to the sky, and lengthen the spine by pushing the chest back towards the thighs. Tune back in with the body here. Take a full deep breath in. And a full exhale. And with your next inhale, look to the hands. We're traveling to the front of the mat. Take a deep breath in and either tiptoe step or jump, finding your forward fold at the front of the mat. With an inhale, we lift up halfway, hands to shins. And exhale, we soften it down, forward fold. Rooting through the feet, we inhale to sweep the hands to the sky, lifting tall. And exhale, hands come down towards the heart. Thinking about rooting down through your right leg this time, find that connection with the right foot really grounding into the mat. And whenever you're ready, you can lift the left knee in front of the chest and start to lengthen through the spine, creating a really nice long channel of energy through the body. Take a deep breath in and find a point on the ground that isn't moving. Use that to give you some stability. And then with your next exhale, we're finding our warrior three. Chest is moving forwards and the left leg this time is kicking back behind you. You're active through that back leg so you can create a nice long line with the body. allowing your attention to rest on that point that isn't moving, and taking one more full deep breath wherever you are. As you exhale, gently bend into your right leg, and with as much control as you can, step those left toes back behind you, finding your high lunge on the other side. Inhale to sweep the hands to the sky, finding length through the spine as you open the chest up. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, open the chest up, finding your cactus arms, and think about spreading the fingertips so you open the chest up and create room for the front of your body to expand, bringing a lot of energy into the front of the body. As you exhale, reach the hands back up to the sky. Take another deep breath in here in your high lunge. And this time as you exhale, we're finding our warrior two. Right leg is staying exactly where it is, and this time your left foot spins parallel with the short edge of the mat. Arms open out to a T, and we're gazing over the middle finger of our right hand. Pause here for a moment. Allow the shoulders to soften away from the ears. Think about allowing the hips to open up to the long edge of the mat. Taking a full deep breath in. As you exhale, we're reversing our warrior. Right hand reaches up to the sky, left hand finds the back of the left thigh. And just check in, make sure you don't lose the bend in your front leg, but still think about creating length all the way up to those tips of the right fingers, right through the right side of the body. Take a full deep breath in. As you exhale, open it back up, warrior two. Allow the left hand to come down to the left hip, and you might like to step that left foot up a little bit closer to the front of your mat. We're setting up for our half moon pose. So whenever you're ready, your right hand is going to reach down about a foot in front of the right foot. You're going to use the right fingertips to give you some stability and use that right foot to ground into the mat. Whenever you're ready, you start to shift the weight forwards and just think about taking off with your back foot and then flexing those back toes and trying to stack the hips on top of each other. This side might feel completely different, that's totally fine, but just notice how this side of the body feels. And then if you're feeling steady, your top arm might lift up to the sky, reaching and stacking those shoulders on top of each other. Final option, if you're feeling really stable here, your bottom fingertips might lift as well. So stay wherever you are for one more full deep breath. Embracing however the body feels here this morning and knowing that whether you're wobbling or whether you're super steady, you're still waking up the body and creating energy. And then if that top arm is lifted, we bring it back down to the left hip. With control, we're all bending into the right leg and stepping the left foot back behind us. Really nice. Inhale to open the arms back up, warrior two for one breath. And exhale, we windmill the hands down, framing that front foot. Really nice, guys. Twist those back toes so you point back to the front of the mat. And then think about shifting the weight forward. Left foot meets the right with a forward fold at the front of the mat. With an inhale, lift up halfway, hands to shins. And exhale, soften the chest down. Plant the hands, step the feet to find your downward facing dog. Lift the hips to the sky. Notice how the body feels here in this final downward dog. I invite you to take a moment here just to focus on the breath. Noticing the flow of air moving in and out of the body. And just knowing that you can take that breath with you throughout the rest of your day as a tool to stay calm, to create energy, and to create a sense of peace and grounding in everything that you do. With your next inhale, look forward to the hands. And one final time, we're traveling to the front of the mat, either tiptoeing, stepping, or jumping to meet the hands in a forward fold. With an inhale, we lift halfway. Think about lengthening your spine here. Exhale, soften the chest down, forward fold. And then with your next inhale, we sweep the hands to the sky, reaching tall, creating as much length as you can. You might be able to look up to look at the fingertips above your head. And exhale, hands come down towards the heart. Allow yourself to close the eyes here. And just like in our downward dog, allow your attention to rest on the breath. You might like to reach the thumbs up to that space between the eyebrows, allowing them to rest there for just a moment, taking a deep breath in. And as you exhale, allow the chin to fold into the chest and the hands to come down towards the heart space, taking a moment in gratitude for yourself and trying to take this calmness and this energy that you've created in your practice this morning into the rest of your day. I hope you feel more energized and lovely and stretchy after this practice. Namaste.